Hi, it's Katie, and I have my January project roundup. These are all the craft and DIY projects that I completed this month, and I don't have a whole ton here in front of me. I had a little post-holiday crafting burnout, and in the new year I've just been spending a lot of my free time working on like New Year's resolutions, so haven't been crafting a whole lot, but I do have a few things to share with you that I'm happy to share. This is the first project that I worked on. It's just a composition book, and I've been using it as my bullet journal. And if you're not familiar with bullet journals, I will link a video in the description box that kind of explains the whole system. The video is made by sort of the creator of the system, but it's just a really down and dirty DIY planner or journal or sketchbook, or you can use it in a bunch of different ways. I'm using mine for a planner, as a calendar, for my daily to-dos. I have a habit tracker in here. There's a couple, good habits that I want to incorporate in the new year, so it's a really nice visual for that. Visual reminder. I have some running lists in here. I do my meal planning in here. I have my grocery lists. I have my grocery budget. Just a bunch of different things. Some people call something like this a peripheral brain, and that's kind of how I'm using it. A good place to jot down ideas and brain dump so that when I have mommy brain at the end of the day, I can remember the brilliant ideas I had earlier in the day. So I was going to kind of walk you through mine. Mine's nothing special, and there's also quite a bit of personally identifiable information. So I'm not going to show you mine, but definitely check out the video, Ryder Carroll's video, where it's all fully explained. And then there's also really great blogs where people share how they're using bullet journals and how they're kind of tweaking it to their lifestyle, and you can get a lot of good ideas from those kind of blogs. And there's also there's a Facebook group where people share a lot of good ideas, so you can incorporate what might work for you. I really like the bullet journals because instead of setting up the whole year's worth of planner pages all in one go, or using a pre-made planner, you just use the pages as you come to them. You make the days as you come to them, so you can tweak things that work or don't work. And for someone like me, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have some days where I have a lot of appointments and errands and places I have to be at certain times and things I need to do in a certain sequence. But then I have other days that are just at home taking care of my kid and, taking care of my house. So I can make it as structured as I need for the busy days and then more relaxed for the more relaxed days. So it's working out really great for me. I highly recommend this. If you've tried to use planners, they don't seem to fit for you, or if you don't want to spend big bucks on planners, you can try out something like this. It's working really well for me. The next project I worked on was my rose beads, and I did a whole video explaining how I made these, but these are just hand-formed beads made out of rose petals, and they have a really nice fragrance, and they're really fun to make. I'm just practicing with these. I want to make them more uniform and a little bit smaller, and I just want them to look better all around. So I've been kind of practicing with this, kind of testing out different ways to make them. But I want to use these to make a rosary, and that's traditionally what rose beads were made for, was to make rosaries. So I was playing around a little bit, and I made this cross for the rosary out of the same rose petal clay. I need to test it out, see how strong it is. I need to try to break it to see how strong it is, but I don't want to break it. But if that doesn't work, I'll probably just get a sterling silver crucifix to make the rosary. And the way I'm going to connect them is with these eye pins. So this is just craft wire, or it's a artist wire. And you just put it through the hole in the bead, and you make these eye pins on either side, and then you connect them together. So there's a really great YouTube video that explains how to do that. I'll link it down below. It was really helpful for me, and I've been practicing that. So I got this kit. This was from Michael's. It was like $10, very inexpensive and not the best quality tools, but the kit came with this box, the 3 tools, and the tweezers for $10. So I've just been practicing with just some inexpensive glass beads, just trying to get a little bit better with those eye loops, because mine are kind of all different sizes and ovals and not perfectly round and all that, but you can see how they kind of link together. So I want to make this as nice as possible for this rosary. I want to donate it to my church. They have a silent auction as a fundraiser in the spring, so if I can get it to look as nice as I hope I can get it to look, then I think it'll be a nice item to donate. So I've been working on that, just practicing here and there, trying to improve on my skills. I've never really done too much wire work before, so it's definitely something I need to practice. And then the last project I worked on was this dress. This is a very summery spring sundress that I made for my little girl. It's very simple and basic. This is the pattern that I used, Simplicity 1449. I did this view here, but I didn't put any of the other trim. But this, even these other views, they look very simple. They don't have any zippers or buttons or anything. It's just a pullover dress. It has elastic here around the neckline and elastic here in the sleeves. And it came together really quickly. Cutting it out was a little difficult. When I bought the fabric, I was not thinking, but this is definitely striped fabric, and it makes it a little more difficult when you have to lay out your pattern pieces. And it was something that was kind of a challenge for me, but I'm really happy with how it turned out for the most part, how I got the purple to be along the top of the sleeves and then across the bodice and then across the other sleeve, and then blue lines up, and then even I got my side seams matched pretty well, so it goes all the way around in one color. So I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. The material itself is a really lightweight seersucker. You see how it's a little bit puckered. It's 100% cotton, so I think it'll be really comfortable in the warmer months. And I just love the fabric. It's very colorful and pretty, and I think that she's gonna be able to get a lot of wear out of this dress because it's just so simple and basic, and just, you know, perfect for throwing over her head on hot summer days. So it's a little bit big for her now, but I think by the time the warm weather arrives, it will be perfect for her. So that is pretty much all that I've been working on this month. I hope that you are enjoying the beginning of the new year. If you've been working on some projects, I'd love to hear about them. And thank you so much for watching.